Yes, it's time to go crazy and open up this massive box of darkness from Cool Mini or Not. Well, as you can see, it looks pretty well packed. Let's dig everything out and have a look at all of this loveliness. Okay, I've got everything out of the box, and this is the massive darkness main core box. Now it looks a little bit bigger to me than your normal Cool Mini or Not box, so if I actually pop Zombicide on top, you'll notice it's slightly wider and it definitely has a little bit more depth to it. So if I pop this down here, as you can see, it's got a slight extra depth. So let's get inside the box. Inside the box, you've got the rules and quest book, the token sheet, which I can potentially replace with a load of 3D parts, the miniatures, and underneath a load of map tiles, and might have to tip the box for you to see this, the various cards, plain old dice, small cards, and the kind of character sheets. Of course, with Cool Mini or Not, it's often all about the minis, so let's get into box number Massive Darkness 001. Well, on opening up box number 1, wow, that is a lot of plastic, and that's just the top tray. Underneath that tray, we've got the heroes, the character holders, the various little bits and markers, and then underneath that tray is this little tray of giant Gribblies. So I'm not going to show you every single miniature because we'll be here all day, but let's have a zoom in on some of them. Okay, so the top tray has the sort of goblin archer guys. Let's see, can we get that to, yeah, there you go. So not bad detail on him. Yeah, he's quite nice. Another one of the would look really good when painted. How many of those have we got? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like we've got 12 of them. We then got these kind of gnome slash dwarfy type characters. I forget what they're actually called in the Massive Darkness universe, but yeah, they look pretty good, and I think we got 12 of them as well. Spotting a theme here, I think we might have 12 of these goblin swordsmen. Oh, camera keeps focusing then defocusing, so apologies for that. Hopefully that's showing up okay for you. So yeah, 12 of them as well. How many of these guys we got? 6, I think. The kind of more orcish, two-handed, dual-wielding orcs. And then, of course, let's get that to focus on that. So yeah, there you go, and an axeman, so 6 of them by the looks of it. And then, what is it, 6 of these guys, these sort of cleaver wielding kind of evil dwarfs. So come on, focus. So hopefully that's all come up quite nicely for you. Right, that's that tray. The next tray is this one here. And as you can see, it's got the character sheets. We've then got some kind of baddies. So our little dwarf gnome, a kind of shaman-y character. The kind of orcish guy with a big flail there. One of these weird pointy-hatted dwarves whose name will come to me when we look at some of the expansion boxes. This kind of necromancer wizard character. He'd look pretty good in Zombicide, and that's what I am looking forward to, is the crossover potential. Rather crazy armoured two-handed mace. A rather cool sort of necromantic orc character. Then what was this guy? Was this a human or an orc? I think he's an orc. Yeah, I think he's an orc, so there you go. And then is it kind of a chaos elf human guy? Yeah, really nice minis on these. The quality's actually a lot better than I was hoping for. Don't seem to have too many weird warping, and I quite like that goblin character. But who cares about them? We want to see the heroes. So a very nice sort of Conan-esque two-handed axe hero. As I say, they do have names. I can't remember. It's been quite a while since the Kickstarter, and lots of stuff's happened since then. Then a definitely not Gandalf You Shall Not Pass character, and that's definitely not Glamdring in his hand. Who's this? This reminds me of the nun character, actually, from Zombicide. Yeah. Oh, kind of assassiny character, which unfortunately does seem to have some little nubs on the sword. I'm going to have to check if that's deliberate, or looks like it might be deliberate rather than... sorry, I might have just blocked your view there. Yeah, so these nubs here, they look like they are deliberate. Don't think that's actually an extrusion issue. Then we got kind of a elf maiden. As I say, I really can't remember all the people. And then this must be a gnome or more likely dwarf character. Looking pretty impressive. Anyway, whip through all those. Stuff you don't really care about. Other stuff you don't really care about. Let's have a look at the map tiles. Well, the map tiles have your classic sort of 9 squares with light and dark areas. And this is, I think, one of the starting tiles. Then a nice alternative side with a kind of weird mammoth skull type thing going on. Some nice artwork details on that. Then we've got a kind of dwarvish dungeon and a load of dead bodies, obviously been some battle here. Another nice set of tiles with some butchery work going on in the top corner, and a little table with money for gambling or paying people, and another similar sort of room. Then, I don't know, looks like there's some horrible trap here, or torture device or something, and definitely torture device up in the top corner. And an alchemy lab with some mining going on. Yeah, some weapons practice stuff potentially there, with a little bit of flooding. And some weird creature as a floor mat. Let's have a closer look at that because it's not showing up very well on the... There you go. Anyway, and another alchemy lab down in the bottom corner. And some weird rope going on there with a little statue. And yeah, another sort of armory with some steps going downstairs. A bit of a sort of 3D element to this, with maybe a little bit of a bridge or a raised ground. That's quite interesting to see. And lots of rooms with chests in, so yeah, it's definitely interesting set of tiles so far. I'm liking it. A little bit of magic weirdness with an altar possibly, and yeah, more apothecary and water and a well. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Sort of weird berry thing, and some fancy pots being smashed up there. Pond or fountain or something weird with some beds and a nice set of bellows. Yeah, okay, definitely liking these tiles. They look really great. And yeah, some more of the same really, and yet more stuff there. So yeah, nice set of basic tiles being double-sided. And how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 tiles. So 18 different tiles in total, but obviously your combos are limited unless you've got an extra set. So anyway, that's the quick look at the tiles. I'm going to quickly dash through the rest of the box. We've got the character sheets here. So this is a battle wizard. Unfortunately, they're rather disappointing sort of paper tear-off pads rather than nice quality kind of dry erase board, so I might laminate one or print out a copy and get it laminated. So that's the Battle Wizard. Then you've got the Paladin of Fury, Blood Moon Night Runner, Pit Fighter Berserker, Nightshade Ranger, and Shadow Barbarian. Now, they've got a signature XP Crush with a free class skill of Endurance. Then you've got your level 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 upgrades. And you've got various bits and pieces. Now, I'm going to have to reread the rules to remind myself how this works. It's a slightly more complex arrangement than in Zombicide, which could be a good or bad thing. Then we get to the slight problem with Massive Darkness in the sense that there is a massive amount of darkness on some of these cards because I think it's down here. Some of them got misprinted. So there is a Cool Mini or Not package winging its way to all backers to replace the faulty cards. So that's a slight annoyance. But anyway, so you've got your Dwarven Warriors, your Defenders, your Agent, your Archers. And they've all got this lovely artwork on it, which is very reminiscent of Rackham's artists. I have to be honest with you, I love this style of art. It looks really good, and it's what drew me to the game. And as you see, there's just loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of cards, and they're all the baddie cards. But this is what we're interested in, the heroes. So the Barbarian, Bjorn, the Wizard, Elias, the kind of Paladin, I guess, Owen, or Owain if you prefer, the Archer, Sybil, the Dwarf, Siegfried, and Whisper, the sort of assassin slash thief. And then we're back to the beginning. And as you can see, you're recommended that Bjorn be the Shadow Barbarian, which is this character sheet just here. However, you could choose to make him the Nightshade Ranger if you really, really wanted to. Now, on the other side of the cards, you have some nice artwork, and you can see the miniatures do look fairly close to the artwork. So another good job by Cool Mini or Not there. Anyway, I did quickly whip through all this stuff, but you've got different things. So greater roaming monsters, lesser roaming monsters, and then guards, and different levels of guards. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and I'm guessing there might be a 1. There you go, 1. So, yeah, so that's those cards. Need to check whether they were the ones with errata. And then you have some equipment cards. So you've got treasure, type 1 and type 2, and then starting equipment cards. So we'll have a quick look at those. So you've got a mace, short bow, spear, sword, staff, axe, leather armour, Lifebringer, which is a special start ability, spell of some sort, armour, chainmail armour, plate armour, potions, lots of potions, sceptres, battle axes, great swords, spears, more potions, and some lucky finds. I'm not going to look at every single card because we'll be here all day, and I am trying to get this video done nice and quick. Then we got more treasures of level 4 and level 3, and a few more level 2. So lots and lots of treasure. So huge variety. Just loads of stuff there. So a fire bow, some fancy shadow armor. Okay, and then the last set of stuff is event cards, door cards, artifact cards, and then your level 5. And is there some level 4 here? I think there is some level 4 treasure. So again, don't want to spoil too much of the events and stuff, but short swords, shields, more fancy armor, more potions. Then if we skip through, we got artifacts, doors which spawn new guards, and then let's just show you the very top event card. So rear patrol, spawn a guard card, place the enemy in a zone with the token of the current level -1. Ignored this card at level 1. So there you go. That was a quick look at pretty much everything there is. Well, that is apart from the dice, which they're pretty good plastic dice. They've got miss, guard, double guard with a star, which I think is a hit if I remember correctly. Oh no, maybe it's the sword's a hit. Definitely going to have a look at the rule books before I talk about how I feel about the game, and that one looks pretty impressive. Anyway, there was one more thing that you might want to look at. Yes, I didn't forget. So we have this enormous mini here, which is fantastic. Really like this sort of ogre magi type character, sort of semi-demonic, really nice. Lots of pouches and things hanging off his belt. Then a very demonic character here, this sort of flamey beast here. He's another great mini. A little bit concerned about his slightly thin legs, but Cool Mini or Not figures seem pretty robust. Then we got a sort of Medusa meets kind of goddess figure with a bit of a weird shield thing going on here, which I'm not so keen on. But I love the fact she's got that very Sinbad vibe with all the weapons, and with some nice kind of flaxy style swords. Then this, gonna be tricky to get this one out. Rather lovely sort of demonic flaming lion dog wolf thing. Yeah, that's great. And then absolutely terrifying spider, which will definitely mess you up if you met it in reality. It's rather large. I mean, look at the size of that base. It's enormous. Put it next to the cards. You can see it's bigger than the cards, and it's got a horrible face, which I'm hoping might be able to focus on. Let's try that a bit. Yeah, great. Really nice set of figures, that. Anyway, that has been a whistle-stop tour of the game, and that's just the base box. I've got some more. Well, I did say there was more. In fact, there's more than even what I'm about to show you. I'm probably going to have to look at that in another video. So the Massive Darkness Kickstarter 1 box, which is the Lightbringer pack. Let's have a look at what you get inside this box. Okay, so on opening up the box, you get a rule book with a Quest of Crystal and Lava, 2 little cardboard boxes with minis in, some extra tiles, which I'm guessing are your crystal and lava, and then inside some extra bits, including a sexy looking baggie. Look at that, isn't that pretty? The character is a Bone Crusher, and there's quite a few sheets of that. Let's pop that back in the box. The sexy little cloth bag with the Massive Darkness logo on one side and nothing on the other side. And then, of course, the cards, which included Chromatis and Bone Crusher's Pauldron and some other bits by the looks of it. So let's get these packs open and have a look at the maps. Well, lots of lava-y goodness on these map tiles and some iciness on the other side. Yep, so some really cool artwork. I like the sort of crystal mine thing going on here. So yeah, yet more wizardry wonders with some lava in the corridor to burn your feet. And oh, that's rather nice. I like this. I think I'm preferring the crystal to the lava, although the lava is pretty sweet, I have to admit, to quite enjoying the artwork. And does look like some of the tiles are sort of matched on both sides to maximise, so you've got like doubles. Yeah, that does look familiar to the one of the first tiles we revealed. Nice little temple-y type thing going on there. Yes, that's definitely a tile we've seen before. Let's have a quick double check that I'm not going mad. Yes, that is almost the same tile. It's slightly different over on the right hand edge here with the steps at the top on this top tile and at the bottom. Anyway, let's get that loveliness put to one side and have a look at Bone Crusher's Pauldron, the Priest Reliquary and Assassin's Cloak, so 3 extra artifacts for you. Let's pop those away so we can not get them lost. Then we have the Chromatis, the Cyclops, the Chunha, the Flesh Golem, the Formian, Graz and Prug, Hellsbane, Iron Golem, Living Construct, Low Troll, Nightmare Thing, Ogre Brute, Ogre Rockbreaker, and Oni, the Overseer, Werebear, Were-Tiger, Werewolf, And then another set of them. And down near the bottom we have Linned, Miriam and Sikaris, which are your heroes. And these cards here are Greater Romin and Lesser Romin monsters. So obviously the Greater a little bit tougher to beat up. So anyway, that's pretty much that. Oh, you might want to see the minis, I guess. Okay, so the first box has your heroes. So Bone Crusher, I'm guessing, our little wizard druid lady, and our kind of slightly Egyptian armoured warrior. Then we've got this brutish figure here, and all of these figures are unique that I've seen so far. So yeah, these are all the character cards or monster cards for the stuff we saw earlier. Again, top quality work on the sculpting and the moulding on these. I do like our two-headed chap here. Let's move this out of the way. Hopefully we can get it to focus a bit better on these minis. The Iron Golem might need a bit of hot water treatment on his mace thing. Let's pop that back in. Then I think is that the Oni? I think that might be the Oni character. This is a little bit worrying that could easily break or get distorted. The thinner bits sometimes are a bit worrying. Got the werewolf and the were-tiger. Really like the were-tiger. Reminds me of what's it, Rakashi from D&D. Then we got Chromium, the unicorn. That's a little bit of fun there. And apologies if you just picked up, I think someone's texting me in the background there. Anyway, we have more monsters. In case you run out of monsters, these are just duplicates. So the orcs, the goblins, and yeah, they all look to be identical to the base set. So I'm not going to show you those. They're just extra figures. So let's pop that back in the box before they go spraying everywhere. And oh, let's do that off camera. That's going to be difficult. Okay, well, if those last set of figures didn't excite you, maybe this lot will. We have this enormous sort of werebear character here. I mean, he is big, but he's not the biggest figure out of all this lot. No, sir. We've got this wonderful troll character. He's just great. I really like the figures here. I thought they did a really good job with Black Plague, but yeah, these are fantastic. Can't remember which character this one is, but yeah, just can't say enough good things about them. This demonic character here, the axe sort of, I think, isn't distorted, but it does look like it could do with a little bit of bending with some hot water treatment. Then I've got a problem. Which way to go? Let's go with this weird Cthulhu-esque. Be a really good proxy for Hound of Tindalas. So if you haven't backed the recent Cthulhu Wars, maybe if you back Massive Darkness, you could just use this as a proxy. That, to my mind, that would be a great Hound of Tindalas. Anyway, let's go with this Overseer guy with all the eyes. He's another very good Cthulhu-esque type monster. Do like that. Oh, that's good. Good job. And then finally, and not last, and definitely not least, look at this guy. I am a little bit worried that he's a bit tip happy. They seem to have done a reasonably good job. He's the first figure where I'm a little bit concerned that the base might distort over time. Yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of a tendency to tip, but on a flat surface he seems pretty stable. Yeah, but he is big. How big? Well, let's get a character next to him. Okay, just to give you a sense of scale, look at the size difference there. That figure, I mean, this is like a 25, 28 mil figure. That thing is a beast. I mean, this rock in its hand is as big as the character. That is just a magnificent, hefty lump of plastic. And yeah, definitely another set of minis to add to my massive painting mountain. I don't see me ever painting these, to be honest. They're great, and I think they'd paint up nicely, but it's just looking at the amount of stuff to paint and the quality of the sculpts to do these justice. I think you need to do a really nice paint job and go around and clean them up, and I can't really see any mould lines. They've done a really good job at assembling these minis. I mean, obviously, when I have a closer look at them, you know, you can start seeing some joins and things, but they've actually done a pretty good job on assembling these. I was blown away by Black Plague, but I think they've topped it with Massive Darkness. It's going to be great to see what they do with the Rising Sun. Anyway, that's been a really, really quick look at Massive Darkness. I'm going to have to actually try and review it at some stage. But when I show you what I've got left to show you, you might realise why that might take a while. Okay, so far we've shown you the main box and the Kickstarter exclusive Lightbringer pack. However, this is Cool Mini or Not we're talking about. They have produced a lot of bling and some expansions. So you could have picked yourself up the Ratlins box, which for those of you who like your kind of chaos rats, so your kind of Skaven-esque style enemies, you've got those. You've got your elementals, which I think are potentially the most disappointing set of figures, but you know, if they're really large, then maybe not so bad. There's only 4 in that expansion, which is a little bit disappointing. We have some extra sorcerers, and Lord Tusk. So got 3 heroes and Lord Tusk, who I'm not so sure about Lord Tusk himself. Then Noble Warriors and the Cockatrice. I do like the look of the Cockatrice, and 3 more heroes. Then, yes, it keeps going. We have the Blood Moon Assassins and the Helephant. And yeah, the Helephant I quite like. I definitely like the heroes. And more. Warrior Priest and the Spear Maiden Cyclops. So I do rather like the Cyclops. And again, great job on the heroes. Oh, but there's more. Troglodytes, and these guys, you get a great big dude, and for some reason, I think maybe because of the pledge I ordered, I got an extra box of troglodytes, so got loads of those. Oh, let's move this out of the way. I'm running out of table space here. Yeah, there's more. There is definitely more coming. Oh, right. What else have we got? Oh, yes. The Reptosaurians. Loads of them. So, yeah, you may be starting to see why I might struggle to show you everything. We have the Zombicide crossover kit, so we can get Anne from Black Plague into the game. And I think the crossover kit might also include stuff to go from Massive Darkness into Zombicide, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. Anyway, we will have to have a look at that as well at some stage. You might have spotted them when I opened up the box, the plastic token set. I was very impressed by the plastic tokens I saw that my friend had for another Cool Mini or Not game, so I decided to pick up the plastic tokens for Massive Darkness. Yeah, haven't done yet. Chest and pillars, we're going to need to look at those. And of course, if you're getting chest and pillars, don't forget your doors and your bridges. And there's more. Not much more, but there is a bit more. Dice, so you've got your marble and your frost. I really like the frost dice. The marbles are okay, but with 3 sets of dice, should not need to pass too many dice around. Might need to pick up a 4th set. I think I was basically getting strapped for cash with all these extras I was picking up. And a quest for crystal and lava, which sadly I ordered before I realised it came in the Lightbringer. But hey, you got extra sets of tiles, and as you can see, loads and loads of tiles. So you get duplicates of the core game and the lava set. Anyway, I'm not going to show you all of this lot in this video. I'm not sure when I'm going to show you the rest of the stuff, but I wanted to get this stuff all filmed and uploaded so you too can be just blown away by Massive Darkness. I think it's going to be a very popular game. If it's as good as Black Plague, great. If it's not as good as Black Plague, well, I'm going to have to repurpose this to be compatible with Zombicide Black Plague, because I'm very impressed by Zombicide Black Plague. It took Zombicide from it's okay, bit of fun, to I gotta have it sort of game. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the look at all of this ridiculousness. I mean, just look at it. It's filling my table, and just over in the corner there, poor old Black Plague looking quite insignificant in comparison. Anyway, till the next time, enjoy your gaming.